to Through the Back Loop. This is a knitting podcast, and my name's Peggy Richards-Patty. I'm your host, and this is episode 21, I think. I'm pretty sure. And I just called this one A Day in the Life. It's going to be a short one today. I mostly came on today because I want to announce our winner of the festive sweater cowl that we had going on, and I just want to make sure I got that announced. And then I've got a few other little snippets to share with you today, and then I just have some footage of just showing you one of my regular, somewhat boring days in quarantine life. So welcome if this is your first time, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I really appreciate you stopping in. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing. This really is old. It's one of my oldest knits and probably one of my most worn knits. And I don't know the name of it anymore. I dug around on Ravelry, and it's before I was very good at putting projects in Ravelry. I'd say it's probably about 10 years old. And I'm going to dig a little bit more in some patterns and see if I can find the name. But it's really not that important because it's pretty much a pretty, general, it's a little scarf that I wear more like as a cowl, but it's a shawl. It's like a small shawl. But one of the reasons that I wanted to wear it today was just to show that I kind of did it out of just some remnant scraps that I had. And I'm trying to encourage myself to use those. I have like this huge box of leftovers that I really, really need to use. And they're lovely yarns. There's no reason why I shouldn't be just daring enough to put it together into something. So anyway, that's kind of why I wore it today, was to remind myself to do that. If I can find the name, I know I can't find the name of the yarn, but in the scraps, but I might be able to find the name of the shawl. But I know a lot of people did Advent calendars with yarn and have small bits, and I've never been brave enough to do that because I'm kind of, I don't know why, always a little hesitant to use, put different little pieces together. But I know there's a ton of patterns out there for that, so it's less scary. But this wasn't one that required it. It's just that I realized I was running out, so I kind of threw this maroon in here, which actually I think that made it more interesting. So don't be afraid to do that. I'm kind of giving myself that same permission. So that's the only finished object that I'll be showing today. I do have my whip that I've made some good progress on lately. This is going to be a cape. The name of the pattern is Harbor by Britt Marie, and you can't see much right now. It's a lot of twisted rib, and this is the second one I've made. I made another one for my daughter, and I'll put a picture up. But after I made hers, I had to have one for myself, and it's actually kind of boring. I think it'll be a great finished object. I'm not sure if it's going to look that great on me. We'll see. But it is super comfortable, so I'm looking forward to having this as a finished object. So I've been trying to stick with this. The pattern calls for a decrease round every 21 rows, I think it is, and I'm doing it every 17 rows, but then I may switch that up to every 15 rows because I am getting worried that I might run out of yarn. But I'm making it definitely shorter than the pattern called for. So that's my finished object, and these are Shabui yarns. If you watched my last episode, you've already seen this. I'm holding these two together. This one's Seema. No, this one's Harbor. I'm sorry, this one's Haven. This one is Seema, the more lace weight. And the lace weight gives it a little bit of structure, I believe, is the reason they put those together. And it makes, oh, it's so cozy and warm. and it makes really great stitch definition. So hopefully by next podcast I'll have that completed, because I'm really ready to move on. It's my second time making it, and I'm just already bored with it, so time to move on. But the main reason I wanted to get on today was to tell you that I did have a winner for my knit along. Linda from the Fun of Knit and I did a festive sweater knit along, and Mary was the winner of mine. And I don't know if she's received it yet. I sent her 2 skeins of mulberry merino silk from Pearl Soho, and I got a hold of her on Instagram and told her about it and asked her what pattern. I thought she was going to choose. Originally, it was supposed to be a hat pattern, but I found, since it was 2 skeins of yarn, she chose the Rocket Tea, and so I did gift that to her on Ravelry. So hopefully she will be receiving her, her yarn really soon. Congratulations, Mary. Thank you for joining. There were so few people that joined, but I hope she really enjoys it. I think she will. As far as future knitting, I am planning on doing a pair of socks, more like house socks, for my husband. And there's a pattern called High Desert Sock, and it's holding 2 pieces of yarn together, 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn. I'm going to do these 2 skeins. This one is from Knit Picks, Felicia, and a lot of people use this fingering weight yarn for socks. And this was kind of a random skein that I had from Magpie. And this is Swanky Sock. It's 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. My husband's really hard on socks, so this one's wool with 25% nylon. And the fact that it's going to be held double and double thick, I think he mostly just wears them like around the house. So hopefully, since it's going to be double thick, he won't wear it out quite as fast. If anybody has recommendations on what to do to make socks last longer, please let me know. Here I knit these beautiful hand-dyed socks for him, and then the heel goes out of them so fast. I have found that commercial yarns are a little bit stronger, but if you have other tips, please share, because it's hardly worth it to knit, a full-size men's pair of socks and then have it worn out so quickly. Anyway, the real reason I wanted to get on today, pop on quickly, was just to congratulate Mary and make sure that I gave her a shout out. And then I'm just going to put some video in here of, one of my regular days. Nothing too exciting there. And just wish you guys well, and hope the new year is getting off to a great start, and that you're having lots of fun with your knitting. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.